Yo, let me know if we good now. Let me know if we good, if you guys can hear me. If you guys can hear me, you guys can see me. We should be good now. Let's go. Fucking YouTube, man. Started off this day off with a bang, I see. Let me undock this. Yo, can y'all hear me now? Are we good? Are we good now? Live now? Okay, cool. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. My apologies. What's going on, Motor D? We good now? Let me know. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. And see, we see you. Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Finally, shout out to Elaine. My bad, Elaine.
Top of the morning, Governor. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Yo, my bad. I was talking. The stream started at 8:30. I pulled up at 8:31 because my chat screen wouldn't work right. And that should have been my indication that something wasn't right. And I was going for like 10 minutes and you guys were saying the stream is fucked up. So my apologies, man. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me. Shout out to Clarence Carr, man. Appreciate y'all. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. I got something for my New York people.
Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City.
What's good, Sean? What's going on, Keisha? What's going on, D. Samuel? Smoke and Talk. Make sure you guys check out Smoke and Talk this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, my man. As I was saying before YouTube tried to shut your boy down, what's going on, Janessa? Shout out to all my Detroit folk. Your boy, Theo.
Hey, welcome to Detroit City. I said, welcome to Detroit City.
Make sure you guys get the like up. Make sure you guys subscribe to Chelsea's channel. What's going on, Jar? What's going on, Sean Taylor? Man, that really throws me off because I had this stream set up. Usually, I set up the stream at night. You know, I usually fiddle around with it before I go to bed. I'm like, all right, it'll be ready for the morning. I had this set up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, baby. We good to go. All I had to hop on the mic and go, but apparently not so much. Good to have all you guys. NYC drop fire. Oh yeah.
Nigga, I'm from New York.
Doing the drops, I found it's 2 cities that's just fire. And I'm sure LA is one of them too. But New York and Atlanta, y'all got all the good drops, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Detroit, man.
Hey, welcome to Detroit City. I said, welcome to Detroit City.
I'm gonna find another one, but yeah, let's go. Housekeeping real quick. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow Mona, Chelsea, Smoke and Talk, and anybody else. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And also, do better, $DoBetterPod. Support the show in the Cash App. And I say that because I missed the Cash App yesterday. Shout out to Dale Day. Dale Day sent me $2 yesterday. And it was $1 for yesterday's show and $1 before. She tips me $1 every day. Appreciate you. Yeah, ain't much going on for South Carolina. Oh, man, we going to find something for everybody. But the thing was, YouTube haters usually, yeah, Project Leroy, that was weird, man. But I'm glad y'all stuck around with me. Forgot to play you forgot to play the new Atlanta clip. Juice, your ass is in Texas, all right? What is going on here? But I do remember your chat. I've said this before. Once the stream is over, I go back and watch the stream. So I see all the chats that I missed in between. The Mrs. Submissive we were talking about, everybody wanted to drop. She said, Theo, drop that Egypt drop. But I know you from Savannah, bro. I'm not making any more Atlanta sound bites. You motherfuckers are not going to have 10 of them. I had Peace Up, 8-Town Down ready. I had that Big Boy in the A. And I was like, why am I going to have 5 drops for one city? Get the fuck out of here. But I got this for y'all, man. Georgia. Let's get to it. Let's get to the nonsense. Mr. No Good, Portland, Oregon, 503 in the house. Oh, yeah. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Mr. No Good. I saw him. I left a post in the community tab last week, and he came in and watched it. And Mr. No Good reminded me of something. Mr. No Good said he's been around for a long time. He just be in the back, ninja watching. Shout out to all the lurkers. Shout out to everybody that's in the back, ninja watching. I rock with all y'all.
General, I salute you.
Salute to everybody. Just make sure you hit the like button. So let's get to it, man. What's up, Theo? What's going on, Total Mr. Minier? I see you. Trey, what's going on? Rod the God. Shout out to Rod Neal. Shout out to Texas.
Now what y'all know about them Texas boys?
Oh, you like that, Chelsea?
Georgia.
It's when certain songs come on, I feel like you got to give it the proper respect it's due. Because I got some other cities that I added sound bites for, and they're long as shit. A 5-minute soundbite for Chesapeake, Virginia. But let's get to it. Enough housekeeping. Keep bringing the fire, family. I got you, bro. Shout out to Portland. Shout out to all my West Coasters. Everybody out on the West Coast is mad early, and y'all rocking with this. Y'all rocking with your boy doing this nonsense. We're going to get to the video. King Riches. Shout out to King Riches. Shout out to the UK. Top of the goddamn morning
Top
to
of the
you.
morning, governor. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
I don't have any I don't like hot beverages like that. I just got water. So, excuse me, bear with your boy. And we're going to get to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been wanting to add that for a second. The salute, that's for all the vets. I think I was going to say that for the vets. But anybody, salute all y'all, man.
The general, I salute you.
Let's get to it. Chesapeake. 17 like 40 in the building. Get those likes up. I appreciate you, Jarl, for holding me down. Jarl been rocking with me since day one, man. So let's get to it. I see some T. What's going on, T? What it do,
What
baby?
it do, baby?
Shout out to you. Let's get to the video, man. I've already had enough mishaps. Make sure you guys hit the like button. So we got King Riches. He has a couple young ladies on there, and it's just gross. I should have like a vomit button on here. It was terrible. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I salute all y'all. Let's get to it.
General, I salute you.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So we got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. He's talking to two individuals. It was a 2.5-hour interview. Y'all know me, I edited it down. But I missed the very beginning, like what they do, if they have children or not. I'm not sure. Maybe Dan, you could fill us in on that part. But I know the lady on the left is 28. The lady on the right with the blonde hair is 23. And I'll let you guys formulate your own opinion. The one on the left has the need to be right embedded into her fucking core. And then on the one on the right, the blonde is a fucking airhead. Let's get it, y'all.
Let me flip the question. Do you think it matters if a girl has a high body count? Do you think that matters?
I feel like guys are like, if you've slept with two people, who was the other man? Like they get really in their feelings about stuff. Like we don't want sex as much as they want sex. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like with guys, they're very dramatic. Some people don't care, and I'm finding people that are a lot more understanding of the fact that we've excelled in the world. Like it's not about
You
girls.
excelled by having a high body count.
No.
And just pause the calls for a second. If you guys got any questions about, maybe something we missed in between, don't forget that Daniel is a moderator over at King Rich's channel, and he was watching this live, so Daniel's going to know this better than I do. Shout out to Raging Half Asian. I see you, man. Shout out to Portland.
As in,
The
like,
freedom to have one.
being sexually free and being able to, like, not be
What up, though,
oppressed
Beanie?
by, you know what, you need to just be in the kitchen and have sex with one man for the rest of your life. Like, no, do you know what? Maybe I want to have sex with 5.
What do you think the average body count is for a woman? How old are you again?
28.
28. How many bodies do you think is
So
average?
apparently I think it's 10.
10.
What y'all think? 28, 10 bodies? Is that average? You guys let me know. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to the homie Daniel.
Where's my money, bitch?
Yeah, Juice, you asked the other day in the chat, was that not Walter White, Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, that's from Breaking Bad. Daniel says they're both single with no kids. Shout out to you, Daniel. Shout out to you, Daniel. Appreciate the super chat. And one more thing as well, since Daniel did sent the super chat in. If you guys just want to grab my attention, without you guys having to send a super chat, just at me. Just at the DoBetterPod, because what that does is highlight. If you guys at me at the DoBetterPod, it highlights it orange on my side, and it makes it a lot easier for me to see. Now, don't be at me for some bullshit. Unless we talking bullshit, then you can do that. Appreciate you. Back to it. So they're both single with no kids, says Daniel. 28 for the sister, and I think Becky is 23.
Yeah.
Do you think that's accurate?
It's average, the same as a 5-inch dick.
No, but I'm asking your opinion. Do you think that's accurate for what you know of the world and your life?
Yeah, I feel like it can be accurate, 100%.
It can be, or do you think
It can be accurate, yeah, 100%.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you think the same thing? Or
What
do you
average
think-
is what, 10?
Yeah, for women, like from what you know of the world, women and stuff.
I don't know, I'm 23.
23.
So,
23-year-old girls are getting it in as well, you know. Trust me, some young girls have
It
got high
depends,
body
it
count, bro.
varies.
I can't put
varies.
nowhere, and I'm in the way.
like, I don't know.
Do you think it matters if a woman has a high body count?
It shouldn't.
But
if
do
they
you think it matters though?
To what?
To guys.
To guys. Some guys, yeah. I feel like insecure guys.
Why are they insecure?
Because they're like comparing. They're like, oh.
Do you
do you know
think
what I
it's just so? You think it's just an insecurity thing? If a guy cares if his woman
What's going
has
on,
slept with
Bella?
everyone.
Somewhat.
Wow. Okay. Well, I
He
could
watched
tell
it
you
live,
that,
Because
like,
I don't know what number you're saying. So you're saying like,
Let's just say-
what is a high body count?
let's
Facts,
just say
Define
if
that.
if a girl is 25 and she slept with 25, that's pretty high, in my opinion.
Hell yeah, that is.
25.
If she's 25 and she slept with 25, like that's pretty high, I think.
What's
So
up,
how
baby?
Because
comes
think
a
about it.
guy- how
Because
comes a
think
guy
about it.
gets
Think about it.
500?
Hold on.
And then a
Hold
girl
on. No,
is
that
like
was your average. That
25.
was the average you said.
No, but I was just saying about like, has a guy got 500 and we get questioned like, is this okay?
No, but do you
then
think?
a girl
Yeah, but
has
no one
25.
agreed. Hold on.
What is that? I don't even know percentages.
Hold on.
Like,
You gotta
what
let
is
me
that?
speak, man. The first rule, let the moderator speak. Yeah.
You can speak,
The
but it's
first thing,
true.
yeah. The first thing is you're saying that you think it's 300 to 500. That's normal. The average guy. I never agreed to that. I never said that.
Okay, so what do you think is the average for a guy then?
Average guy out there is probably only had a few, if that. Like a few, literally a few, maybe like 5. Yeah.
I don't know.
Why don't you?
Because
Why don't you know?
I feel like most guys,
Mhm.
even just like, not even like, oh, romantically speaking to this person, like even like my guy mates, they'll tell me that, I'm like, bloody hell. Like they've hit the numbers, some of them.
Yeah, some of them, but
It
that doesn't.
varies.
That does. But okay.
Same with girls.
Yeah, but some doesn't mean that that's average. There's always some of everything.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that's the majority of people doing that.
And I just wanted to emphasize that as well, because a lot of people come to the comments, especially with Kevin Samuels, they come on the comments and they say, I had a dude once, the Brazilian therapist. I don't even know what the fuck your name is. I haven't seen him comment in a while, but a dude claimed to be a Brazilian therapist, a therapist in Brazil. And this motherfucker probably worked at the goddamn Brazilian steakhouse, but he was saying the same shit. Nothing is 100%. Nothing is 100%. And the chick on the right, the blonde, she has a case of the depends. When it's gonna be so hard for King Richards to get a straight answer out of her, because everything, it depends. Well, it varies for some people. With some, they don't believe in generalizations, and it's like that's how you move a conversation forward. Men like sex. Does every single man like sex? Maybe not every single one, but the vast majority of people do. It's not that hard of a concept to grasp. Let me grab the super chat here. We get right back to it, I promise. Let's see. Shout out to Almond Eyes. Almond Eyes.
Where's my money, bitch?
She says, I am so over these hyenas trying to justify hoeing. There is nothing freeing about giving away parts of yourself to any and everyone. Facts.
Bang! It's good.
Facts. I appreciate the super chat, Almond Eyes. And make sure you guys are subscribed to Almond Eyes channel as well. Mona D, if you could please drop her link, I highly appreciate it. But yeah, you're right. And I don't know if you guys watched, there's been a few former feminists who came out and realized that exactly what Almond Eyes is saying, is that sleeping around because society had told them that it was okay and it was empowering. I remember vividly the Coffee Pod had a reaction to it, and then there was another person as well. I can't remember what the secondary person was. But yeah, women admitting like I was sleeping around thinking it was empowering and it was the worst thing that I could have done. It's sad how society kind of mold women into that destructive lifestyle. Appreciate the super chat. Let's get back to it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think you should listen to yourself back and come again with that one because I do
I
not
don't
agree.
know.
No, I do this show every day. I know
No,
exactly what
but
I'm saying.
it's
So
not,
average-
it's
I
not,
do this show every day, bro.
it's not the one. I'm not
What
gonna
do you mean
lie.
it's not the one? Like, what's not the one about it? Explain
It's not
explain
the
to me
one.
logically
But
what
no,
I said that's wrong.
moderator, you just continue. I'm just
No,
gonna
I'm
sit
asking you
here
a question.
And sip my JD.
Yo, hey, seriously.
No, I'm
Seriously,
not saying
look.
anything on the matter because I'm wrong. So go for it.
No, I'm asking you questions. What are you talking about?
This chick is a fucking headache. Daniel, I don't know how King Richards did it, man, because she didn't get kicked out to the end. And we're still early into the video. I think I put a time marker somewhere in here. But let's see. Shout out to the homie Cujo. What Cujo got to say?
Where's my money, bitch?
He says, Theo, do your boy solid and get that Island Boys sound bite. Okay, Island Boys, man, let me know which one it is. I got you, bro. Anybody, here's the thing, the sound bite shit's getting out of hand. But if you be contributing like Cujo be contributing, I'll do sound bites all day. I got you, bro. Back to it. Appreciate the super chat.
Now, I'm asking you a question. It's a normal question. Like, it's not,
What's going
it's
on,
not hype.
Janesta?
I'm just
I
asking
love me some
normal questions,
Janesta.
innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, in terms of like these guys that are able to sleep with loads of girls, yeah, do you think that's the majority of guys that are able to do that?
I don't know. It depends, doesn't it? It depends on people's like
Depends on what.
how they are, their nature. Like if they want to go sleep with loads of people or they don't.
That's not the question I asked.
Wait, I'm
That's
confused.
not the
What is
question
the
I'm asking you.
question? What is...
The question is, do you think that the majority of guys
What's going on, Larry?
are getting loads of girls sleeping around with loads of girls? That's the question I'm asking you.
I haven't surveyed England. Oh, sorry.
No, but you live in the world. Like, you live in the world. You have your friends.
Yeah.
You come
I have
across
my
people.
friends.
Like, you've been on the earth for like 23 years. You should have like an understanding of the world
MOP, I
outside of
see.
yourself to a certain degree. So you can like
SP, I see you.
sensibly
Yeah, but
make some kind of guesstimate. There's not no accurate, like 100% accurate answer.
Yeah, but exactly. Every person's an individual. Every person behaves differently, so you can't really average things out. Like if I lined
can
up
a-
every single one of my you can average things out, but like off the top of my head, I can't sit there and think right every human interaction
Party
I've
line,
had
I see you.
where someone's told me this.
No, but you can generalize. You can make a general statement.
It
You can make a
depends.
general evaluation or conclusion.
Some people are more relationship people. They're
Jay
gonna have
Nelson,
a lower
I see
body
you.
count. Some people are more. I've been single for like my whole life. They're gonna have a higher body count. That affects the number.
Yeah.
Some
So
people-
so then if you know the variables, then you can make a kind of educated
But she
guess.
kind of has, and her guess.
She never answered the
Her
question.
guess
No, hold on.
is
She didn't answer the
ambiguous.
question.
Her guess is the fact that from what she knows, some people do have a high body count, and some people prefer to sit with one person early in the day, and they don't.
But you could have just said.
But you said that she's allowed her opinion. That's what she said.
Bro, stop over talking to me, please.
I'm not.
This is good. It's just constant. It's just constant. And I've cut out so much more of it. That's crazy. We got a super chat here I need to get to. Shout out to the homie Clarence Carr. Clarence Carr, shout out to you.
Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City.
Yo, that Cam Jay-Z track was fire, bro. He says these chicks are hard to follow. Facts.
Nigga, I'm from New York, New York.
Didn't mean to hit that, but New York just got 2 drops. Let's get it, man. Yeah, appreciate the super chat, bro. Man, it's really, like I said, with the chick on the left, it's the need to be right. It's her just constantly being combative. And also, and I wish Kevin Samuels brought us the greatest acronym that we're going to continue using throughout history, and that's sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and the need to be right. I wish there was another acronym, another letter we could have tacked on to the end, because she has what I've been saying for a while about other women we covered, the need to be right, but the need to have the last word. It's like an uncontrollable urge to them, and it's entertaining, but it's bad, man. Appreciate the super chat.
You are over talking to me. You are. Like, stop
Hit that
doing
like
it, bro.
button.
It's not your show. It's my
Shout out
show.
to New York.
Wow.
Nah, seriously, like, it's all good. Like, it's not a big deal, and I'm not trying to be horrible or rude or anything like that, but you've been over, like, when I was talking, you were
Facts,
just
baby.
talking, and you wouldn't stop till you felt like it was time for you to finish. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
well, apologies.
we have
for
to,
that.
like, run the show. It's a professional show. Like, you can see it's a professional thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I just ask, when you're speaking, I won't speak. When I'm speaking, you don't speak. Calm. Yeah?
Hey, here's the thing. Daniel says she's super annoying for real. Now, chat, you can see what me and the other chat members had to endure. Facts. And the other thing as well, King Richards wasn't trying to throw her out. That wasn't something he was trying to do. King Richards, it was not like, on some Fresh and Fit back in the day when they were trying to kick people out for entertainment. He told her, like, I don't want to kick you out. But she just kept over talking him, man. It was crazy. Shout out, we got another super chat we got here. Let me grab that. We'll get right back to it. Shout out to the homie, Mrs. Severe. Shout out to Mrs. Severe, bro. Hit the like button, y'all. Happy Friday. Make sure you guys check out Smoke and Talk this evening. I sent you guys email Smoke and Talk. Let me know that I'm gonna let Smoke and Talk, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all pick the soundbite for Baltimore. I was cooking one up before the show started, but back to it. Appreciate the super chat, bro.
And when you want to ask me questions, I'll
Hit that
answer.
like button.
When I ask you questions, you answer, innit? Is that all right?
You tell me.
Tribe of Zebulon. I see you.
I mean, okay, cool.
Next question, please.
Oh, that's what I had right here. I'm sorry to stop the show again. I put on the screen only 30 minutes into it. So let you know, we're only 30 minutes into like their 2.5-hour interview. And he's like, bruh, this to let you know how annoying she's been so far. So for all the people who come in the comments, when it's a Fresh and Fit or Kevin Samuels, they always say the same shit under my reaction videos. He didn't have to be mean to her. And they'll say the same thing. King Richards didn't have to kick her out. A lot of people fail to understand that these are long format streams, 2 and 3 hours. These women be here acting an ass for hours until they're finally booted. Just something I wanted to point out. Back to it.
So again, like, I will explain it before I move to the next question. That at the end of the day, yeah, when they do surveys of people, and it's not just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, they do surveys of thousands of people, thousands, right? So that they can make a generalization from that sample in it, from that populace they ask, yeah. And when they do that, what they have found is that 1/3, like 33.3% of guys have not had any vagina. Any.
But
Yeah.
they're the people filling out the surveys. Who fills out a bloody survey? They're the ones not getting any vagina.
You fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
I'm sorry. She's just fucking stupid. There's one on the right who's 23. That's Big Theo. Big Theo always like to call me. I'm gonna put. I shouldn't do this. Hey, Pop. I'm good, Pop. Can I call you right back? I'm kind of like streaming in front of some people doing the YouTube thing. All right, no problem. I'll call you back in a bit, Pop. All right, bye. My bad, y'all. That's my pops, man. I feel like if my father called me, I gotta answer the goddamn phone. Stop what I'm doing. My apologies. Let's get right back to it.
I'm joking.
That made no sense.
No, I'm joking, but like I'm talking about like like surveys and how they do the averaging. You have to complete the survey in order to be averaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if 5,000 people did that survey, yeah, or answer that question, or however they collected the information, what difference does it make if there is a percentage that says, okay, we're not getting no vagina? What difference does that make to the rest of the people that?
So with this survey, do you have the stats? What age range?
You only get one pop,
age
man.
range is gonna be
You
from
only get one set of
18,
parents.
probably from 18 to 35. It'll be from that age range. They're not gonna ask people before the age
Is this
of
a real
consent.
study?
Yeah, this is real. This is real stuff. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
So it's all of England, 18 to 35.
Yeah, they
30% of 5,000 people. Sorry.
Yeah, so like of all the people, the thousands of people that they interview or they survey, they questionnaire, whatever, yeah, it came back that 33%, a third of guys are not getting no vagina, no box, nothing, right? Then you have to think about this, yeah? Do you think the majority of women find the majority of men attractive?
Oh, wait, so okay.
Yo, I'm laughing at that. My bad, man. My bad about. I think that's real unprofessional to pick up phone calls, but that's my goddamn dad, bro. If Big Theo called me, I'm coming, man. But one thing I wanted to point out, after T guy said, no, you better talk to Big Theo. We can wait. I appreciate y'all, man. I salute y'all.
I salute you.
But what I wanted to point out was that this particular woman, you guys were saying in the chat, the one on the right, the blonde, she's 23. And you guys said she looked much older. I thought she was older than 23 as well. She does look a bit older. But the reason I wanted to point this out was that King Richards is explaining to this grown woman how he just said it. What's the word I'm looking for? How like a survey works. He's explaining to her how a survey works, man. Like that's crazy to me. Like, why does she need to have that explained, man? Appreciate it. Oh, let me grab the super chat real quick. Let's see who we got. Shout out to the Raging Half Asian, bro. Raging Half Asian, man. How young Raging doing, man? I know you said he turned 18. I don't know if he was graduating. Did he graduate already? Is he graduating this summer? Let me know about young Raging. He says, that's right. Respect your father, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Bang! It's good!
Yeah, I'm going to have I told my pops to get on the podcast one day. He was like, I don't give a. Now, he didn't say that. He's just like, oh, okay. He don't care. He don't care. So I showed him how much money I got paid from YouTube last month. And he was,
Where's my money, bitch?
back to it.
Think about
Appreciate you, Raging.
Do you think think about what you see out there for
But
yourself? Do you think the majority of men are attractive?
But
in
there's
your
like
opinion?
variables that affect it.
Salute.
So is it no?
There's always a
but
depends.
But there are. You make sweeping statements like, okay, so 30% of men aren't sexually active or they're not getting anything. So women don't like certain men. That they might be a personal choice, might be that person's social skills. But there's a lot of things that come into it.
You're making it specific to one person when we're doing an analysis of a population of people, and you're bringing it down to what if this one person is like this and like that, bro. It's a generalization. It's a general statement. That's how scientists make theories about things.
So what
That's how things happen in the world.
So the studies was made to come to the conclusion of.
It wasn't made to come to no conclusion. It was just a study.
So you're
to see
inferring that from that study.
I'm not inferring it. That's the results. It's not inferring. It's the results.
How the hell do they not know how surveys work? Make sure you guys check out Mona D. She's going live at 1 p.m. Make sure you guys check her out. I'll be there.
But you're asking her what her opinion is, and she's telling you what her opinion is. If it's not the opinion that you want,
What did I tell? What did I ask her
You're
opinion
asking
about?
what her opinion is, and you're saying that she's singled it down to what she personally feels, right? Am I correct? tonight, yeah. So if
Is it?
if it's not
Yeah, no.
what you want, then tell us what we should be thinking right now.
No.
Because
At the end of the day,
you've
no.
asked her,
I was talking about
now
the
he's
stats.
over-talking.
I was asking about the stats. I was telling you the stats. Yeah. And then she was talking about, the first thing you said was, well, the people that said they weren't getting no box, something, which had nothing to do with what I was talking about. At the end of the day, all I'm trying to state, yeah, and you can have your opinions, you can say you don't agree or whatever, and that's fine, that's cool, yeah. But the stats say that a third of men have not got any box, yeah. And then think about the reality of it. The majority of people are going to be average. That's why average is the word that exists, because that's the majority. That's the typical thing or person that you meet. So what does average mean then? What does average mean?
So you're approaching it from a scientific point of view. And what Shannon's saying is the fact that the people who might fill in the survey to be able to make those statistics happen, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be me, it'll be you, or anyone in this room, because we might not even have had that survey. An average is basically made up of a collective of people. That collective of people, as Shannon said, could have been people that haven't actually had sex or even seen the vagina in their life. That collective of people could have been a survey that was taken out to, I don't know, a nunnery or a priesthood of people that now want to fill in a survey. So an average doesn't necessarily mean that it is actually a proper portrayal of what the whole world is actually thinking or the whole world is actually experiencing.
Okay.
Shut the hell up, man. She's disingenuous and shit and thinks she's smart when she sounds dumb. If you're going to do an overall study, you wouldn't go specifically to a fucking I don't even know what they're called. I was going to say a nunnage, but I don't even think that's a real word. Whatever it is that the nuns, wherever the nuns live at. Yeah, you don't go there or go to a group of monks and ask them about sexual relationships. That's not how that works. We got a Cash App. That's why I stopped the show. Shout out to the homie Project Leroy.
Where's my money, bitch?
Project Leroy says, damn, what did I say? Damn, I just saw it. Wasn't it Project Leroy? I had here for the fucker. Damn, somebody just sent me a Cash App. I'm pretty sure it's Project Leroy, but I can't see what it says. Project Leroy. Oh, here it goes. There it goes. Just came over now. Project Leroy says, for this is the $5 for this is the sister code, co-signing each other. BS. Facts. And then what I had for that as well, Project Leroy, I'm glad you reminded me.
Here I come to save the day.
This is going to happen several times. What was it? Convent. Yeah, what I say? I just made up some bullshit. I made up some. What I say? A nunnery? It's not even a real word. But facts, man. You guys are going to see this a little bit later on. They're just going to be. I said this before. Women defend other women no matter what, and you're going to see. Men don't operate the same way. You're going to see a grown woman defending another grown woman when we're just having a conversation. If I'm having a conversation with Mona D, I don't need Chelsea coming over here swinging for Mona D. Mona D's a grown-ass woman. We can converse back and forth without you needing to come to her aid. This is a bit silly, man. Appreciate that, Project Leroy.
But I'm only stating the average. I wasn't stating the average as in the study. I was talking about average as in just in general. Average. Most people are going to be average. That's all I was stating when I was talking about average. Most people are going to be average. And then what the follow-up question was, do you think, the question I did ask you was, do you think the majority of women find the majority of men attractive? That was the question I actually asked.
Okay.
And you confused it and made it into something else. No, not you. She did. She confused it and made it into something else.
I'm the bad one.
I never said you're not. I never said you're not.
I just need to just sit here for a second and think about what I've done.
But that's what happens when you're not really listening.
I'm definitely listening. I definitely can concur with whatever I just said.
Again, if I go back to that question,
the original question,
do you think the majority, because it's all going back to the study, do you get what I'm saying? So I'm asking you, do you think, and you don't have to agree with me, but do you think the majority of women think the majority of men are attractive?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I would fully say yeah, because I don't know if you. I don't know, like if we're going very like superficial, and you line up like a bunch of really hot girls with their boyfriend, sometimes people are like, how are they together? Have you never seen that when you see like a really hot girl?
What about it?
And you might think, oh, okay, and her boyfriend's just, as you would say, average.
Or below average.
Or below average. You see that?
Monastery, not my nun. I said Brandon L. Just said Theo smoking nunish. My bad, bro. But at least I realized I said it. I was saying it as I was like, I don't think this is a real word, by the way. I caught myself, but that was terrible. Monastery. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
So I wouldn't say.
Do you want to know maybe why? Maybe.
This is going to come back to something else, isn't it? It's money, isn't it?
You already know the answer.
No, but it's not always. It really ain't.
It's not always. There's never always. There's
really
never 100% anything. But think about it. Like, we live in a very materialistic world. We live in a very superficial world. Like, we live in a very fast world as well. Like, it's not like back in the day. And, you know, everyone's got freedom, remember? And remember what you said at the beginning. It's better now for women because women have options and choices, bro. So
Facts. And my bad. That's what threw me off. I got two of them at the same time. Shout out to Mr. Poombastic. Cash at me. He says, here for the fuckery sound, but hey, yo, what the fuck?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Facts, bro. Appreciate you,
But why would a woman who is a bad bee, she's hot, she looks like she's straight off Instagram Explore page, why is she going to pick a guy that's average to below average when she doesn't have to? It doesn't make sense.
But it happens because it might as well, like, just because someone doesn't, I don't know, necessarily look, I don't know, like top tier.
10-10.
Yeah, like 10-10. But they might be like, they might have the best personality.
Exactly.
They might be so kind. They might be like such a genuine soul that you're like, that's what matters to me.
So so are you lot saying that looks don't matter?
Looks obviously have a part to play in the situation, but not everybody is like how me and Shannon are. Like, you can, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's been...
So how are you two then?
Like, there's been times where I've like been out with a guy who is not necessarily my type, but he like really does make me laugh and he makes me feel good about myself and he supports what I want to do, and I will take that any day from a guy that is, I don't know, meant to be a 10 out of 10 according to society.
Okay. So would you say majority of your boyfriends, you didn't really care about their looks and it was more about personality?
It's not about caring. It's not about caring. I feel like there's obviously a factor of attractiveness, but whatever you put the point of what you find attractive in a person is what will make you make that decision.
What was you going to say?
I was just going to say, like,
Facts, Dan.
if I lined up all my ex-boyfriends, I was like two, but if you line them up in your personality and the vibes that I was getting from that human, rather than like...
So looks don't matter to you?
They're not that important. Like, they are to an extent. Obviously, they're to an extent. You need to find that person physically attractive to have a connection with them. But it's not the be all and end all. Do you think when people say that, you know, in the first 10 seconds, you know if you find them attractive, if you would like to sleep with them or not, would you agree with that? Like, as soon as you meet someone new, you know if you find them attractive. I actually...
Like, physically attractive.
I feel like I've maybe met people and not necessarily straight away gone, oh my God, wow. But when I've got to know them, I've been like, oh my God, you're actually really cool. And then I vibe with them.
I'm talking about physical.
What's good, honey, babe?
Yeah, but that makes them attractive. Do you never have that? Like, when you meet someone and like they become more attractive to you?
No.
Really?
If I think someone's a duck, they're a duck. If I think they're hot, they're hot. Like, they can have a banging personality and they can grow on me, but it doesn't make them more attractive as in physically. It's just I might find them more attractive, like, as in their character or the person they are, but that doesn't make them more attractive physically. It doesn't.
Facts, BLJ.
Oh.
But what do you think? Like, do you think people judge people on looks, especially in pertaining to dating?
Shout out to Dallas. What up, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. So do looks matter to you?
Not all the time, no. Because I feel like I carry, you know, the team if we need to.
Is it? Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. No, for me, I think there has to be more than just looks. Like, I've met people that are absolutely 10-10 and their personalities are absolutely dead. And for me, I'd rather have someone that can have a great conversation with.
And I'm sorry, I just wanted to pause so we could take a good look at her. You guys let me know. She's a cute girl, but did she do something with her lips? I know they be talking about lip fillers and all that shit, and Theo was ignorant to that, but that's what it looks like. It looked like she did something to her lips. Y'all let me know in the chat. I see, what was it?
Has ambition, has drive, can get themselves up in the morning and wants to be out there doing their thing and not insecure, than a person that is just cares about looks only.
Do you think that guys that are like, let's say, like the top 20% of good-looking guys, yeah? Do you think that they?
Is that the average?
None. If that's top
Got you,
20%,
Trey.
how can it be average?
I'm joking. Listen, have a laugh. Have a laugh sometimes. You're gonna be fine.
I laugh and joke, but it's like
You're
every
gonna be
time I say
fine.
something, you say something, and it doesn't make sense. It's
It
like,
does make
Exactly.
sense. I told you, when you watch this back, you'll be like, she was banner.
nah, she's got a little bit of banner. Poco.
What's that, T? She's got banner. What she has a good conversation. Explain that slang to me, y'all. That's why I love having people from the UK so y'all can explain some of this slang to you, boy.
Yeah. But
She's got
like,
banner.
okay,
What does that mean?
wouldn't you agree that like guys that are exceptionally good looking probably
Definitely feel it,
not
T.
exceptionally, but the more good looking guys probably like get more
What's
box,
going
more
on, EJ?
vagina. Don't you think they would get more vagina, like easier?
Possibly. But some girls don't like good looking guys.
Is it?
Some girls like money, innit? So sometimes good looking guys don't have it.
Money.
So it's like, it depends on what a girl wants.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you
Hey, make sure you guys subscribe to Red Lipstick Vibes. Mona, if you could drop her channel. I went over there. I don't even know. I got subbed to you. You be having like 500 people in your stream, man. That shit was crazy. Shout out to you. I got to see more of your content because she be having some people watching.
think-
Oh, 1 second. Let me grab the super chat. We get right back to it. Yeah, Red Lipstick Vibes. I see your channel. Your stream be rocking. Let's see. Shout out to homie Cujo 340. Cujo says Kylie Jenner lives.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, man, I'm not that observant when it comes. I be all over like a detective with a magnifying glass for the weaves and the wigs. I hate weaves, wigs, extensions. I will rant about that shit one day. It won't be today. I'll be all over that. But I thought the lips was off. That's why I wanted to ask the squad, man. So you guys let me know I'm not tripping. Because T said she definitely got some lip filler in there. Appreciate you, bro.
that the guys that are good looking, or the guys with money, or the guys that are good looking with money, don't you think they would get more girls or more women, more vagina than guys that are probably beneath them? Don't you think there's maybe a hierarchy?
They could be gay, so they might not get any
Wow.
vagina. But if we're talking about people that are straight, yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, obviously, look, we are in a very superficial world. We're in a world where people go off face value. And yeah, they'll probably walk into a club and have 1,000 people throwing themselves at them and wanting the job. But that's just because of what society has trained us to want.
And let me grab the super chat here. Before I do, Sugar Bump says men on here are capped. They don't rate anyone above a 6 alone. I do notice that with some people. I'm not one of those people to do that. If a chick fine, I'll say she's fine. But I think here's the thing: the majority of people aren't over a 6, and that's the thing. A lot of these women be average as fuck, and it's hard to call a lot of women over 6 when the majority of women on these shows all think they're 10s. They all think they're 10s. So calling them a 6 is a discredit to them. So it can be a bit touchy on there. But I do see some people doing that, but I'm definitely not that one. If a woman fine, she fine. The issue is a lot of women think they fine and they not. They average at best. And then they take average as a slight, which is something we're going to get into here in a second. Shout out to Richard Bernard. He says, bro, definitely lipo. She wants to be with old girl. You talking about definitely, you talking about the lips? She wants to be with old girl. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Appreciate the super chat, man. Look, do we have another one? Look like we have one more here. From Moza 2006. Moses says, keep the great work. Look like those euros. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Back to it.
You got eyes in it, you can see.
And as I said, that's what society is trying to want. When you think about it, and I'm talking from a serious level, history back in the day, from the Renaissance period,
I'm with the two-party line.
back in them days, curves was the thing that people actually used to find attractive.
Ding, ding,
I'm
ding,
talking
right here
like
what
your
I said.
big body girls with a bum, with big tits, and everything like that. That was attractive back in the day. Being skinny was looked as unattractive. Society has then now curved our vision and made us think that now you need to be skinny to be able to be attractive.
Is that what it is right now?
Not right now,
Well, no,
but
I
like
think-
obviously going up, and then obviously then it went to the BBL era
I
and
think it
having
depends on
curves and everything
culture,
like
to
that.
be honest.
Yeah.
100%. But all I'm saying to you is that we have never been able to define our own beauty without being part of a propaganda.
I apologize. SP, I seen your comment saying you hit the Cash App. You might not send it to the right person. I didn't get one, bro. Back to it, man.
I think at the end of the day, there's going to be, to be honest with you, I think any woman, no matter what shape or size or whatever, is going to be able to get guys on her case. She's always going to have options, no matter how much of a duck they are. They're going to have some guy out
Glad you
there.
call them ducks.
Because at the end of the day, everybody's not good looking. Everybody's not
To you.
average.
To you, yeah.
Bro,
It's so personal
How can
preference.
everybody? That's like when women get asked, "Oh, do you think women like when they ask women to rate other women's looks and they say, "Oh, she's a 10, she's a 10, she's a 10." How can everyone be a 10? That doesn't even make sense.
Because beauty is not eye of the beholder. Like, if I
But
think
how
someone's
can-
a 10, they're 10.
But then if beauty isn't behind the eye of the beholder, that means that wouldn't even make sense because then beauty would be mute because everybody's the same.
No, I have the.
And that's why I want to stop it right there. Sugar Bum says, yeah, I don't get the knock at someone's confidence. But, like, that's kind of saying that, and that's something I know, no offense, I'm assuming you're a woman, but that's kind of something. One thing I've learned making this content is how women argue. That's something that I have really learned, and I didn't, like, I kind of knew, but really got more in depth. And women ignore the parts of statements that they don't necessarily like, even if it's logic-based because of how it makes them feel. She says, yeah, I don't get the knock at someone's confidence. She'll say that, but completely ignore the other part where we were saying about how the average woman think that they're all the way up here. Like, look at these two. We have women in our chat saying that neither one of these women are above a 6. The one on the right is average looking. The one on the left, she's a little bit more looking, but she's obviously got work done. We're looking at lip fillers, and she got the weave. She weaved up lip fillers. So we're not just going to call women 10s just because they think they are. And that's kind of what King Richards just said. If every person was a 10 and every person was gorgeous, there would be no scale. And then also he's going to ask the same basic question for all the women who think all women are great looking and they're all 10s no matter what. He's going to ask the one simple question. They'll ask her quickly. Do you think all men are gorgeous and 10s? Nope. So women can make the distinction when it applies to men, but not when it applies to themselves. So back to it. And it's not about knocking someone's confidence. No one can knock your confidence. It's called self-esteem. Cat Williams had this joke almost 20 years ago. It's called self-esteem, esteem of your motherfucking self. If you let someone else knock your self-esteem, that's because you aren't confident in yourself. Just my 2 cents. Back to it.
So each person has their personal preference.
you.
You
Yeah,
might
but
like
what I'm saying to you,
vanilla.
how can everybody be a 10? Like, there's hierarchy in everything.
Of
though.
course,
but
but
you're-
everybody has their own hierarchy. I'm sorry, girl.
No,
you
no,
just-
no,
yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah, you say your thing.
Because everybody's got their own taste, that means everybody's a 10. Is that what you're saying?
To them.
To
Who's-
the
who's
individual,
them?
someone who might, right, okay.
Who's them?
For
Z-Rip,
example,
I see you, bro.
What?
someone
There
who...
are more people in the world than you. So to
Yeah.
everybody else, they have their
Oh my
own
God,
hierarchy.
I never said about me, though.
But you're
What
asking
are you
who is
talking
them?
about?
Them is a plural
Because
term
you were
that we
saying them, so I
use
wanted to know
for
who
everybody
you're-
else.
But you were saying them, so I wanted to know who them is in your statement. What are you talking about? And then you brought it to me personally. Oh, there's more people than
I'm
you. It wasn't
literally-
about me.
So
What are you talking about?
I think what
Yeah,
she's trying to say is
thank you.
each individual has their own opinion of what beauty is. So what I find beautiful, you might not find beautiful, and like so on. Do you know what I mean?
understand that. I understand that. But there's a level that everybody usually, typically will be able to say this is the threshold that these people are probably more on the average side, these people are more on the better looking side, and most people
But you're
would
talking
agree
about-
with that.
you're talking about
that's why we have
conventional-
supermodels. That's
Yeah.
why we have
Beauty
people on the runway.
standards.
That's why we have certain people that go on
So-
Love Island. That's why we have all these kind of things, bro.
This is-
Like, so when people say all of this trying to make everyone be the same, it doesn't make sense because
Facts. And I had to bring up Z-Whiff brought up a good point right here. I honestly don't know. Shout out to Minnesota, by the way. I honestly don't know what they are. So much makeup on. I have no idea what they really look like.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And that's the exact point that I was making I was attempting to make towards I think her name was Sugar Bum. And I'm not trying to point you out right on you specifically. It's just that this is it right now. So many women, they'll get dolled up. They're average looking, they'll get dolled up, and they might go from a 4 to a 6. They'll get dolled up. But the problem is they'll get dolled up and think that's their level. So if you were average at best, if you're a 5 and you get dolled up to let's say you get dolled up to like a 7 or an 8. The problem is those same women, when they weaved up makeup on, if you guys are listening, if there's any ladies listening to this and you're weaved up, I hope that shit catches on fire. But back to the point, a lot of these women will get dolled up like that and then think that's their level. No, your level is fresh face out of the shower. When you get up, when you still got crust in your eye, let me take a wipe to that makeup. And that's going to be a new thing. I seen it on one show, and that's going to be a new thing. And I'm gonna start, whenever these women, I need to have a pack right here. I seen it was a clip of somebody, women were talking about how good they look. And my man went and grabbed a pack of makeup wipes. Let's see how you really look. And the look on their goddamn faces, you brought that shit up. That's what I'm talking about. So what Z was saying is 100% right. We don't know what you really look like because you have on a ton of makeup. You have on that wig. Your hairline might be further back than mine. That's some bullshit. So that's what it is, man, more than anything. Let me get right back to it. We got, damn, the sisterhood is strong. Facts, man.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And I'm telling you, I'll challenge anyone. Send me a video when you see two dudes just straight up, 3 men having a conversation. Me, Eric, and Project Leroy, we talking. And then Eric and Project Leroy is going at it. And I'm like, and I'm just sitting up here defending, unless it's just some blatantly wrong shit, I'm gonna let them 2 men hash it out. I'm sorry, back to it. Appreciate you, bro. The sister code pisses me off.
The world don't work like that.
Well, this goes back to conventional beauty standards.
The world does not work like that. Not King Richard.
Let Shannon preach because, like, honestly,
so it goes back
just
to
not. You say what you want to. Go on. Go on.
Am I interrupting?
No. Go on.
Right. So conventional beauty standards, obviously, like we were saying, they change nearly every 10 years. So it goes from like one day it'll be skinny, one day it'll be curvy, one day it'll be this.
How the baby, bro.
The models that we see on TV, it's part of the propaganda of, okay, so if you don't look this certain way, you now don't feel beautiful because you're not fitting into the narrow beauty standard. If you line up like the 90s supermodels, yes, they're gorgeous, but they don't represent society as a whole. So
exactly.
You can't then base beauty off, okay, you don't look like this supermodel, or you don't look like this conventional beautiful person, so you're not beautiful now. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Do you think all men are 10s?
No.
I haven't said all women are 10s.
What?
I'm saying.
No, you're saying what you're saying. Cool. But I asked the question, do you think all men are 10s? And she said no straight away. So why is it all this? Oh, it looks in the Bible. Listen. When I said, when I was talking about,
they know he about to make a
the
point.
joke that all women are 10s, and then you came with the looks in the eye of the beholder and all of this other stuff.
But
when I made it about men, then it's automatically no. There's no confusion.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
And that's the exact point. And you see, as he was getting closer to the point, the few brain cells that they got between the two of them start flickering, and they start saying, oh, he's about to hit us with logic that we can't refute. Shout out to Shez B. She says, banter equals witty chat.
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Appreciate it. That's why I'm glad we have people in the UK, because every now and then I'll hear a word and I'm like, I know it's slang, but I'm like, what is that for? That's why I'm glad I have y'all. If y'all ever need any questions with American slang, we can help y'all. But I think y'all know all our bullshit. But appreciate it.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
So the difference between the questioning is that you said, do you think all men are 10s? So I'm
I see you,
from
bro.
my eye of my beholder.
Okay.
I am the beholder. And according to this beholder, I do not believe all men are 10s.
Do you think all women are 10s?
Some women, no. They're not all 10s.
Okay, cool. Do you think all women are 10s?
Are we going based on only superficial? This is what I mean.
Physical attraction.
You're talking about
physical
1 second,
attraction.
I'm going to have to mute this.
Well, probably, in my opinion, no. I'm not going to look at every fucking person and think, okay, you're a 10.
Oh, cool. Then when I said it, why was that even a discussion?
Get the likes
should have just gone straight past it. When I said that, women
likes
saying that all
I haven't
women
looked
are
at it all
10s,
stream
you
to
shouldn't
right
even
now.
have a problem with it because you just agreed that
I
all
didn't have
women
a
aren't 10s.
problem.
No, but I'm saying that it shouldn't have even been a discussion because we know that all women can't be
I
10s.
was just alliterating the point that there are different standards of beauty. So even though you might be looking at a group of girls and thinking, oh, okay, why is she calling her mate a 10? You might not see the beauty that she sees. Do you understand
But we
that?
understand that not all women can be 10s. We understand that.
If that makes you sleep better, then yes, we understand it.
I mean, you already agreed to it, so it's not about making me sleep better. I'm going to sleep better anyway because I'm doing my job, so it don't really matter.
Love that for you.
Hey, sorry to pause it, man, but we got to get the likes up. I haven't been looking at the likes. I got 112 people in the building and 60 likes. Come on, y'all. Hook your boy up, man.
In general, I salute you.
I've been saluting y'all all day, man. Hit the goddamn like button. We'll get it together. While some people feel encouraged to hit the like button, I'll play a soundbite. Let's see. Adrian, I think somebody asked me to play something for New Orleans, but here we go. Ridiculously too long, and I'm not cutting it down. Hit the goddamn like button, people. It's free. It won't bite. Back to it.
Yeah. Awesome sauce.
There we go.
What's
Hit
the
the like
Instagram
button.
Explore page to the degree that
It's
you
not
lot
about
have?
no, but I haven't bought these morals through the Instagram Explore page. I've bought these morals from my mum telling me that I don't necessarily need a man to make me feel valid. That's how I've got that because my mum.
Yeah, but you would want a man though, don't you?
Don't portray.
At some point, you're gonna want a man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like a man doesn't make or break the success of my life, and that is a damn fact.
I never said that. I'm saying at some point you will want a man. That's what I'm
possibly.
asking.
If it happens, I will thank God and I'll be like, thank you so much for blessing me with this man. But if it doesn't, my aunt, who I absolutely love, and she's my role model, like she hasn't got a man like that. And
she's your role model because she's, I guess, single and independent.
Independent. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like
Do you think she's happy?
She's very happy.
Is it?
Very happy. And at the end of the day, I don't feel like a man validates my happiness or my success or whatever I do. But that's just because of what I've been brought up to believe.
So that's basically what you're saying. That's what you've been conditioned to believe.
Yeah, and the same way as those women.
Does that mean that it's accurate?
I mean, who knows? At the end of the day, who knows? But for
that's kind of the scary thing.
But for me.
Sugar Bum says, I thought y'all don't like twerking, but okay twerk music. No offense, Sugar Bum, but I can see the logic isn't strong with you. And that's me being nice, because I see you keep saying people in this chat are mean. I'm giving a shout out to the city. It's not twerk music. It's giving a shout out to New Orleans. You notice why it says the 504. I got a drop for New York.
Welcome to New York City. Welcome to New York City.
It's a city shout out. I even got a state one for California. Do I need to explain this any further? Back to it.
It is accurate for what my life and what I'm living for right now. And that's what
I hear you, but don't you think that, you kind of just like playing a game like you don't know what the outcome's going to be?
Well, that's what life is about. Life is a game.
Yeah, but
like they say life is for a box of chocolate.
Yeah, but if you
and you never know which one you're going to get. That's from another movie. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
No, but the truth is you can make educated decisions.
I like good ones.
Yeah, and that's what my education has been from what I've been up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Go.
No, but but I hear that. But you're going off your aunt that, she's happy.
Oh, I haven't seen that before.
What about your parents and your grandparents?
But this is what I'm saying. My mum has been that person to tell me that at the end of the day, you do not need a man. Even my dad has told me that. He has brought me up. He's brought both of his daughters up to be independent women. I know how to change a tire.
Were they born here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's the thing. This is what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, but that's why. Don't you see that?
No. But this is exactly what I've been saying to you. My upbringing is completely different to their upbringing. I might be classed as a modern woman because my parents have modern values. My grandma even sat me down and told me about, making sure I can fend for myself, do what I want to do, not have to rely on anything. And she's been with my granddad for 60 plus years. But my granddad respects my grandma to respect that he can do that.
Good. I'm not arguing any of those points.
Yeah, of
but
course.
what I'm saying is that, okay, with your grandparents, your grandmother and your mother, yeah, don't you think they would probably want you to settle down with a guy and have a family of your own?
I've had this conversation with my mom literally like months ago, and it was one of those things where if situations were different, I could have possibly been married at like the age of like 23, and we both sat there and we said that we're very happy that I wasn't in that situation, because the person I am now is completely different to the person I was at 22. And I would give that same advice to my daughter. I want her to go find love, do whatever she wants to do. But at the end of the day, it needs to be your decision, and you need to know yourself first before you make a decision like that. But that's because we have that education to be able to bring our daughters up like that. But in those countries, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, because that's what they've known. And I would never, ever disrespect someone because of the fact that's what they've been conditioned to want to know. It's just the differences of culture, and I respect everybody's culture.
That, and that's why a lot of guys are going to more traditional culture. Do you think that, I'm going to say this and you're going to say, well, there's exceptions, but do you think a lot of women are happy to have multiple baby daddies?
Look at this shit.
I think we've got more control over it now.
That's not what he asked.
Birth control. Like, it's to say if someone was...
No, that's not what I'm
asking. Oh, wait, what,
you.
happy?
Do you think a lot of women are happy to have a string of baby daddies?
A simple question. He asked her, are women happy to have a string of baby daddies? That's it. Are women proud? This is a simple question. I can already say that I'm not even, as a man, I wouldn't be proud to have a string of baby mamas. As a woman, obviously wouldn't be proud of that. Simple question. Let's see if we can get a simple answer.
I don't know. It's hard to answer that question.
You don't know.
I don't know. How am I
let
meant
me
to
ask
know?
you. Let me ask you. Do you think women are happy to have a string of baby daddies? Do you think that honestly?
I don't know. I don't have a string of baby
Yeah,
daddies.
that's what I mean. Like, I can't give you an opinion on something I don't know.
Okay.
Like, how would you feel to have 5 baby mamas?
I wouldn't do it.
You
I
notice,
wouldn't do it, honestly. I wouldn't do that.
you notice how
But what if
quickly
you
he
have
can answer
no
that.
control over it? What if?
What do you mean? I don't
What
have
if?
control?
I don't know. What if?
How would I not have control?
How would you not have control over that?
I don't know. Out of the blue, in 5 years, someone calls you up. Yeah, someone calls you up. Oh, by
So,
the way,
like, in
What,
5 years,
women
5 different
call him?
people call me up.
on the same
You
day.
got a kid, you got a kid, you got a kid, you got a kid. So, okay, like, let's say hypothetically that happened, then what? What's your question?
How would you feel about that?
I obviously wouldn't be happy. It would not be ideal or a preference ever in any dimension.
Bro, what are we talking about here? Bang! It's good! What are we talking about here? First of all, she tried to flip the scenario on her, and she dumb as a bag of rocks. And she's saying, well, what if it happened to you if you had 5 baby? Would you be okay having 5 baby moms? She said, I wouldn't do that. And she said, hypothetically, let's just say you had 5 baby moms. He says, so 5 women call me out the blue at once? Like, it doesn't even make any sense, man. Shout out to Amanaz. She says, so her family is dysfunctional and they don't know. Here's the crazy thing, Amanaz. Here's the crazy thing. And I don't know if they're going to get to it, if they said it or they're going to get to it, is that she grew up in a traditional family. Her mother and father, she was raised in a 2-parent household. And so were her grandparents. Her parents, I guess they just moved. I guess she's the 2nd generation British, so they moved from wherever they're from. But they have a traditional marriage, but they taught her to be independent. It's weird. Appreciate the super chat, Almanaz. Make sure you guys sub to her channel. And then it looks like we got one more here. Let me grab the second one. We get right back to it. Damn, the sisterhood code don't want them to tell the truth. Facts, man. Bang! It's good. And that's one of the reasons you guys have said, oh, Theo, you should get on the panel. This is why I could never do it, man, because if you can't have an honest conversation that's rooted in truth, I cannot have these conversations. We're talking to people and they just can't even admit, like, the sky is blue outside. And man, fuck that, man. I couldn't do it, man. I won't even stress myself out. I'll just do my shitty stream in my dining room. Back to it, man. Appreciate y'all supporting.
Right. Okay.
Appreciate you, EJ.
Like,
Do you see the
difference? Do you see the difference?
asking-
Do you see the difference? When I asked you a question, I just answered it straight.
Yeah.
But when I ask you a question, it's you like, I don't know.
Well, because I'm not in the situation. Like, if I was in a situation, like, because when you have
But
your
I
kids,
never
you love
asked you
them.
about you
So,
personally, though.
I just don't think I'd be in that situation, like you said. Then.
So, but and why would?
So,
Okay, cool. So why wouldn't you be in that situation, like I said?
Why wouldn't I? I don't know. I might be. I might. You might see me in 20 years. I might be. I can't speak for the future.
I mean, you just don't seem to like understand anything. Like, because when you asked me a question, I answered it.
Facts,
and then when
Rachel.
I asked you the exact same question, now you said you don't know. Why?
Exactly.
How come you don't know?
I said I don't know to begin with. Actually.
Yeah, but then after you asked me the same question, and then I answered it, and then I put the question across to you, then you said that wouldn't happen to me like you, or you wouldn't prefer that like you.
No, I didn't say it wouldn't happen to me like you. I was just saying I just don't think. I think it's harder for a woman to get in that situation. Like, I think I'd know if I had one, like a baby. Do you know what I mean? Whereas for you, you don't know. Do you know what I mean?
But we're not talking about if you know or not. We're saying once the situation is there, do you think it would be a preference of women to have 5 different baby fathers, like 5 kids, and they all got a different dad? Do you think that is an ideal situation? Do you think women really want that to happen?
I don't know. It's probably the same for men and for women. Ideally, they'd probably just want to have either their life partner and have that child with them. But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's really not that big of a deal.
It is a big of a deal, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Shout out to Mona D. Says, got good content you want Theo to react to, send it to him here. Yeah. If you guys appreciate that, Mona. If you guys got any content you guys want me to react to, send it to me. And they'll be like, SP, I'm gonna block you, bro. Shit you said, man. And then also, Cash App and random strangers. Shout out to Styles Boy. Shout out to homie Derek Gaines, Cincinnati, Ohio. The Double O is in the building. He says, I will admit, I have 2 baby moms, 16 years apart. Reason being, I didn't want to have kids by multiple women. I wanted to put a ring on it. Facts, man. Appreciate you, Derek. And I think this is one of the difference between men and women. Of course, it's not all women. We have a lot of women that are accountable in our chat. I never want to make it seem like it's all women are like this. But yeah, man, that we're accountable for our stuff. Great comment, Derek. And then the Raging Have Asian says something as well. I think me and Raging are in that same aspect where we had 1 child. I think we both divorced, but we didn't have any more children. My son will be 17 this year. His son is 18. Everyone isn't, and I hate that they think because they have multiple children by multiple men that everybody is irresponsible. And I don't necessarily think having children by multiple people necessarily makes you responsible, especially have such of a large gap. You know, because there be certain situations where, you know, people were engaged in things like that. But it's just the people with the 4 or 5, 6 kids by 6 different women. It's like, yo, stop the fuck. That's what we do. Stop the fuck. That's what we need to stop doing. Shout out to you, Derek. Derek said, we got one more here. I think it's the homie. Is this the homie Cujo? Shout out to Cujo. Shout out to the Virgin Islands. Yeah, bro, I got to get a drop for you. I got to get a drop for all my guys in the island. He says it's a circus in that damn room. Facts, man. Facts. These guys have patience, man. King Riches, Myron from Fresh and Fit, rest in peace to the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. All these guys have the patience of saints. Theo does not possess it. Back to the video. Appreciate you, bro.
It's not a big of a deal.
There's loads of people out there with blended families.
So don't you think? Okay, don't you think it would be ideal if the kids in the home have the same mum and same dad?
In some situations, some not. Like, depends on the parents. It's like
good looking, Derek.
You could have like your two biological
Both the parents are good parents. Don't
Yeah.
you think it would be ideal if all the kids had the same mum and same dad? If both the parents are good.
ideal, but sometimes that doesn't work out for people. Like I personally have a blended family, so and that works.
Okay, cool. But I come from a single mother household, and I know that single mother households are not ideal. I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't see how you don't get what
You're
I'm
saying. No.
Like, it's like I don't know if you're deliberately not understanding,
but I don't
or
think
like.
you need to listen to her. She just said that she shared an experience.
She go
the same
put
way
the
that you
cape
shared
on.
an experience. She comes from a blended family, so technically, what side is it? Your mum?
So no, my parents are together, but
Yeah.
I have my sisters who are from my dad's side,
There we go.
and I've grown up with my sisters, and like we all love each other. It's great, and they love my mum like she's their own.
And I get it. Blended families can work for certain people. I actually had a blended family moment this morning that I was going to talk about. I'll leave it alone unless you guys really want to hear. Somebody remind me about my situation this morning with my blended family. And I got blended family. I only got one baby. Tell y'all about this shit later on. But shout out to you. Shout out to the homie Moses. Moses, what Moses has to say. Let me bring it back up here. Moses says, send the asteroid for these 2, 3 or 4s. They get on my last nerve. Facts, man. Facts. We only got a few more minutes, yo. We only got a few more minutes. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, my brain was hurting after watching this shit yesterday. I don't know how Daniel, shout out to Daniel. He did it live, man. Appreciate you. We got another super chat here. Shout out to the homie Z-Whiff. Z-Whiff, I got to get you a Prince drop, man.
Where's my money, bitch?
Z-Whiff says, these two on the panel show why the Spice Girls should maybe just stick to singing. He called them the Spice Girls. That's a good one, bro. Facts. Shout out to you, Z-Whiff. Let's get back to it.
And it's
Spice
worked out
Girls.
well. So
Styles
when I'm
Point,
looking at it
stop
from that sort of regard, I'm like,
It's not the
it's
ideal,
not,
but it works.
It
I
works.
see you, Adrian.
Okay, but
Facts, pure
initially I
headaches,
was talking
Daniel.
about baby fathers and baby daddies. So
Technically,
initially,
her mum is a baby
but
mum,
if
and the
okay,
dad is
but
a
a
baby
lot of
dad.
times in that situation, single parents. I mean,
Facts,
if you look,
Bella.
you can look at the stats. This is not me just making it up. The single motherhood is on the rise. Like single parenthood is on the rise. So don't you think that it's probably in the child's best interest to have both their mum and their dad there?
Of course, there are people like when a child only has one parent, that puts them at risk for loads of things.
I'm going
Like,
to be controversial. I've already said to myself that I'm more than happy to be a single parent and raise a child by myself. Because
Why would you want
because of the
do
facts,
that?
like I don't want to be in a situation where I'm just with a guy just to
Spiceless
be with a guy
girls.
to have a kid. I'd rather be able to give this kid like the love and affection that I want, and I'm prepared to do it by myself.
And I also think
Yeah,
if,
but like, don't you see how you're probably if that was to happen, you'd be putting your child at a severe disadvantage in
But
life.
why? My dad was raised by a single mother. I think he's a great
It doesn't
person.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I think you're quite a great person
I
being
know,
raised
I'm
by
an
a single
excellent
person.
person.
So
It doesn't
what
matter,
makes
though,
what makes
because-
it any different?
Because you're still, regardless of that, what you've seen, you're bringing anecdotal examples of this guy turned out good, this guy turned out good. What about the rest of the guys that didn't turn out
But
good?
I'm not.
Bang! It's good!
All facts. And when I said this, I immediately thought about my brother. I'm the oldest of 3 children. My sister being here sometime, and I have a younger brother. Me and my mother had two children with my father, and then they broke up. And then years later, she would be there with shit. Yeah, she didn't get married. She got engaged to my brother's father. They had 1 child, and then that was that. But my brother's dad wasn't around for him. Fast forward all these years, my brother is married. My brother's married, in his 30s, has 3 children with his wife, and all his children live in this home. So Yes, my brother grew up without a father. A lot of people can grow up in single parent households and still be functional adults. It still doesn't ignore, you still can't look at that one anecdotal person. You can't look at that one person and disregard everything else. There's a lot of people who didn't have dads. My brother's a CEO. He's a correctional officer. He's on one side of the bars. I guarantee you there's a lot of dudes that didn't have a father that's behind those bars, and they're in the same place. So let's get the super chat here. Let's see. I would love, shout out to Derek Gaines. Derek says, Derek been blessing your boy today. Derek says, I would love for them to interview grandmothers. It would be interesting to hear what they have to say. The apple may not fall far from the tree. Facts.
Bang! Bang! It's good.
That's a great idea, Derek. It's a great idea. It's amazing to me to going by what this woman was saying, to grow up in a family with two parents, for your parents to tell you to focus on your career, not grow up in the same traditional way. It's just a bit weird. Appreciate the contribution, man.
I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about what I'm deciding to do, what I see in front of me, and what I've experienced. So I'm talking on facts.
You're not talking. You're talking on anecdotal
You know I'm talking
examples.
on
Anecdotal.
Bro, no. Don't just switch off and say something and then switch off. You have to hear
but
what I'm
it's
saying.
true.
You have to hear
Good to
what I'm
have you,
saying
Daddy.
as well. What you're saying is a fair point. Boom. Your dad turned out good. King Richard's turned out good. Really and true, you don't really know nothing about me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know how many times I've been. Listen. Let me finish what I'm talking. I'm talking about myself now. Like, so you said you turned out good because of what you can see, bro. You don't really know what happened before today. You don't know where I come from. You don't know what the dysfunctional things I've done. Depression, social anxiety, addictions, criminal past, all kinds of things. Like, so you can't just say that, oh yeah, well, you turned out good. You probably don't know all the bad things your dad has done. You don't know, bruv, because you weren't there.
I think.
But what you,
I got you, dear.
Listen, hold on. No, you're missing the point, because you're saying that bro, you're saying that, oh yeah, you're justifying the fact that you think, oh yeah, I'm okay with being a single mum because your dad turned out right. Cool, yeah, but that's one person, bro.
That's one person.
If you look, yeah, but at the same time, we already agreed that if two parents are better than one, we already agreed to that.
I've had two parents and I absolutely love both of them. But the same thing is that it's not an ideal situation in today's society. And I think that is what we need to take away from this whole discussion.
What's not ideal?
Like, there's no perfect family. As said, it goes back to the way that we have beauty standards, family standards, everything else. Society has conditioned us to know what we should be expecting. But I think Shannon has turned out to be a beautiful person with her blended family. I'm so happy that she connects with her sisters in a way.
You're just stuck on the good examples.
No, because that's what we have in front of us.
Go on.
Right, what I'm going to say is some people have both parents in their family, and I'm telling you now, the amount of domestic violence, the amount of domestic violence that is in relationships now is on the rise. And
You're talking about children.
Yeah, children in families of domestic violence. Do you know how that affects a child?
Okay, cool.
I would much rather... Can I finish my point, please?
Okay, what is the stats then? What is the stat? So, of all these kids that come from some balanced homes where... Hold on. I'm asking you a question.
That's a bit rude, though.
I'm asking you... No, but I'm asking a question.
No, on a real, I haven't checked you tonight,
Bro,
but that's
you
very
can't check
rude.
me because it's my show.
No, but
You
that's
can't
very
check me.
rude.
Here we go. I got a super chat. It's the only reason I stopped it. Because here we go with the Frank Castle. Charles says, we got so many examples to learn from stuff like this. It is sad that women don't care about this, and then they don't care and just walk into all sorts of traps and mistakes set out for them in this. Facts, man. They walk into it, they know it, and they don't give a fuck. This girl right here, I'm bringing up super chat right now. This girl right here, and I call her girl, she's 28 years old, the one on the left, comes from a traditional household and just openly admitted, I think T said it, Mona said it, like, I can't believe she admitted that she would become a single mom. It's crazy to me. It's insane. Excuse me. Almanaz says, just because your parents, appreciate the super chat, Almanaz. Almanaz, where you coming? Where you watching from? I got to make sure I show your spot some love. Just because your parents live in the same house doesn't mean they are in a good dysfunctional marriage. That is a huge misconception. Facts. I do agree with that.
Bang! It's good.
Almanaz, I do agree with that. I do 100% agree with that. That's why I've never really bought into the notion, like, man, if you guys are married, like, you should stay. Like, Just Pearly, for example. Just Pearly says that all the time. Just Pearly says if you're in a relationship If you're married, living in the same house, even if you hate each other, you should still be there for the children. I understand it in theory. I totally understand it in theory. But I think that's a very large, hard pill for people to swallow. And then I also think that that's the true representation of putting your family before yourself. If you're willing to be in a house with a motherfucker you can't stand, just for the sake of being in the house with your children, like, I get it. But no, you do make a valid point. Just because people live in this, parents live in the same house doesn't mean that they are good dysfunction in marriage. That is a fact. That is 100% fact, man. And that's got to be tough. I've heard Pearl say that, but that's got to be tough too. Just living in the house, knowing you don't want to be there. But hey, appreciate the
You
super
can't
chat.
Okay, cool to domestic violence.
I didn't say okay, cool. Are you dumb? I did not say that. I said okay, cool, as in I'm agreeing with her.
That's not right.
Bro, are you deaf?
You should
Are you deaf?
should at least let her
Are you deaf?
finish out.
No,
You've
you've jumped from one thing. You've accused me of something, which it obviously wasn't, and now you're jumping to I should let her finish. Bro, you should just be quiet when I'm speaking.
No, it's the truth. I'm sorry.
Bro, then like you can just go, innit?
I'm not gonna go.
No, you are gonna go. What do you mean you're not gonna go? You are gonna go. You are gonna go. You are gonna go, bro.
It wasn't
You
the
are
right
gonna
thing
go.
to say.
No. And like Carter Michael, she is gonna go, bro. What do you mean? How you
Shout
gonna
out to
try?
Gina.
How you gonna try to accuse me of something? And then obviously I just told you that's not what I was saying. And then the next thing you jump to, no, you should let her finish. You should let her finish. And when I'm speaking,
That's
you're
what
still
I was
talking,
saying. I was
bro.
saying you
Like,
should let
bro,
her finish
listen.
because cutting her off when she's talking about
I'm gonna
domestic
give you one
violence
more
isn't-
chance.
isn't the
I'm gonna
right
give you
thing.
one more chance, yeah? Because I don't really want to kick no one off. I really don't. But if you continue to act like you are in charge here, you're the moderator,
I'm
like
not
you
saying
paid
that
for
I'm in
anything here,
charge.
then stop talking when I'm talking. Stop talking when I'm
But you
talking.
need
It's a
to listen
simple
to other
thing.
people at the
I have
same
been
time,
listening, bro.
because it is a serious
bro.
matter.
I'm telling you seriously. You got one more chance. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you got one more chance. If you
Should we go?
If you carry
I don't
on,
understand.
like,
Do you
if you want
wanna
to
go?
carry on like that,
Let's go.
it's up to
I don't
you.
understand it.
It's up to
I'm
you.
not gonna lie. Right, I'm trying. All I've been trying to do is say a
I
point.
wasn't talking to you.
Yeah,
You're not. That's the thing. They putting the cape on, defending one another. He ain't even talking to you. He was directing his conversation to the sister, but it's the sister code. We got to come in here and defend each other, even though we both the blonde don't even know what a fucking survey is. This bitch retarded.
Fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
And then old girl on the left just has a need to be right. And I brought this up before, and Mr. Samuels talked about this. This is my theory. This is my Kevin Samuels theory that I kind of came up with myself, is that a lot of these women haven't been talked to directly because the sister code, women lie to each other. Women lie. That's nothing new. You guys aren't learning anything by me saying that. Women lie to each other. So they go years without anyone speaking directly to them. And then a lot of these women don't have men in their family. So they're not used to a man talking directly with them. And that falls on us as well. Too many men, and I talked about myself as well, too many men lie to women. Too many men just lie to women, just don't keep it a buck. We don't keep it a buck like we keep it with each other. And that's cultivating this problem, where if you talk to a woman directly and honestly, she can't take it. It's like, no, and she has like a fight or flight mentality, which is stupid, it's childish, it's immature, but it's reality.
No, I know, but I don't think that she was meaning to insult you. That's why I'm getting confused on where.
But didn't she accuse me of something though?
Not at all.
No, it's because I think what's happened here is I'm trying to talk. I get cut off.
My bad. Z-Will hit me with the super chat. He says, time to play the order the order soundbite. Where is it, bro? Where did I do it? Oh, here we go.
Order! Order!
You need this guy. Order in the court. We ain't liking this shit in Parliament.
She's
Back to
trying
it. Appreciate
wait,
you, Z.
let her get a point, and then
That's not what she
because
said.
because you two have been butting
You
heads.
two are saying different things, no?
3 chances.
She said, what is it? You were talking about domestic abuse to children in
No,
a
not even
relationship.
just to children, but witnessing it via parents. So my point
cool.
was,
And I said, okay, cool, as in, okay, cool, I accept what you're saying. Then she accused me and said saying okay, cool to abuse is
then
wrong.
you
That's
carried-
wrong.
you carried
That's
on
wrong. That's wrong.
talking.
No, can you acknowledge you was wrong then?
I was not wrong. But you were literally,
Bro,
she was,
either it's one thing or not. Was you accusing me of saying okay, cool
no,
to
because I
abuse or
was
not?
saying okay, cool to that because I literally was like, look,
Okay.
she literally was about to say about
He's even
domestic
trying to
violence and
understand where
the
she's
statistics and
coming
the effect
from.
that has. And
I was gonna ask her the
No, you
statistics.
said okay, cool, but you're saying to me that I cut you off, which I apologise for. But you're not letting her finish what she has to say.
Bro,
and when it comes,
I can cut anyone. Listen. You gotta understand. You gotta understand.
I think it's a very,
you gotta understand.
very serious
Stop
topic.
talking,
Listen
bro.
to this
It's a
part,
very
yo.
serious topic.
Bro, That's not what the show's about.
But that's
So
the
we're gonna
point
stick
that
to
you
what the
were
show's
saying.
about. You don't control this.
That was what you were saying,
Why
though.
can't you stop talking, bro? Why
I'm
do you
just
feel
saying.
that when I'm talking you must carry on talking? Why?
Talk to
Because I
him.
have freedom of speech.
But this isn't your show. This isn't your thing. Like
you've invited
didn't
me to be on here,
Yeah,
so
but
it's
and you
like-
was told the rules at the beginning and you accepted the rules.
No,
you said
but
that
I'm
cool.
not being rude to you.
You
I'm
are
just- I
being cool.
literally am
You
trying to
are
stand
because
up
what's
for
the first
Tyler.
rule? What's the first rule that they
Have
told you?
fun.
Bruh, now get off, man. I'm
Get
done
her
with
outta
you, bruv,
here.
About have fun. Have fun outside, bruv.
Have fun outside. And I wanted to point out one thing that King Richard said. I heard that dude named Dave say it, and it's the honest to God truth. I thought it, but once Dave said it, it confirmed it. And he said something along the line that King Richards just said. It's something you guys have to remember as content creators. Here's the thing. You don't have to, as people who watch content creators, you don't have to pay this any mind, but just something to keep in mind. We spend hours. One thing a content creator is hate hearing is a motherfucker telling them what they need, not necessarily an improvement, but saying what they should do with their channel. That's why I had a motherfucker in the chat a few days ago told me, man, stop pausing the video. And I said, dude, this is my fucking channel. And here's the reason it's so upsetting, man, because before I'm starting to get a couple YouTube dollars now, just starting to do that shit. But before, you spent hours and hours and hours and hours. I spent 40, 50 hours a week making video before I got a fucking dime from YouTube. So to have a motherfucker who knows absolutely nothing about content creation come and tell you about your shit, it's fucking infuriating. And that's what King Richards, my whole point I'm getting to. That's what King Richards is trying to say. This is my fucking show. Theo, the Do Better podcast with Theo Coop, I'll rock with all y'all, but this is my fucking channel. We're going to do whatever the fuck I say we do because it's my channel. I created it. If you want to do things your way, start your own channel. And it's just really that simple. I just wanted to point that out, man. Let me see. We got these super chats here, and we'll get right back to it. There's only a couple minutes left because she's done at this point. Most moderators, shout out to the homie Daniel. Shout out to the UK, man. What Daniel got to say?
Top of the morning, governors. That's right. It's time for biscuits and hot tea.
Most modern day women can't handle the truth. That's why men have lied to get the box. I'm guilty of this, but it is what it is. Facts, man.
Bang! It's good.
Facts, Daniel, and I'm guilty of it as well. I'm not trying to act like I'm above reproach. I made a story. I told a story yesterday about a time that I had to check my ex-wife because I had noticed that she had disrespected me a few times, like just also, and I would just ignore that shit, like, dude, whatever, be the bigger person. Then she did that shit one time, and I checked her motherfucking ass because it's like, it's not, that disrespect is not going to continue. So absolutely, I'm guilty of it as well, man. But that's one thing I think as men, we have to own it. We have to be accountable about it, and we have to change this shit. Start being direct as fuck with women. That's the only way we're going to get them out of this. Appreciate the super chat, Brandon. We got one more here. Oh, we got a couple of them. Shout out to the homie EJ. Shout out to EJ. What EJ said? The sister code, shame, insult, and the need to be right. Facts, man.
Bang! It's good.
This girl on the left, man, the one on the right, she was just an airhead, man. She was a dumb blonde. She's 23, going on 47. But I don't think she's an intelligent person. The one on the left, the need to be right, mixed with the need to have the last word. I need to work that into that science acronym. Appreciate you, EJ, for the super chat. Look like we got one more here. And he said, you from the D, so it really don't fly. Facts, man. Facts, man. That's another thing. That's another thing. I'm not with that shit, man. I'm not with that shit. Like, don't let this pass because I'm just laid back. No, man. You can't let that disrespect fly, especially when it's unwarranted, man. But Daniel is right, man. We have to stop lying to women. That's why they've gotten this bad. That you can't even be honest with them, because if you're honest with them, they lose their shit because for years they're used to being lied to. Appreciate the super chats, yo.
I just think like
Go on.
I don't think she should have to, because the thing is, she's not. What's she done?
What
What
have
has she
I done?
done?
What do you mean, what have I...
He just explained it. Look at this blonde up here putting the cape on. I don't think she has to go. Bitch, this ain't your podcast.
Here I come to save the day.
This ain't your podcast, bro. I had two people. I barked at a dude in the chat a few days ago, like, hey, bro, don't tell me about running my stream. I said, get the fuck out of here. You don't have to watch. I had two dudes putting their cape on the next day. One dude was cool about it. But the other one was like, you know, man, hey, man, how you gonna do that? And you're gonna tell him to hit the like button. And, you know, man, I hope your channel grows like that. And with that amount of success, the passive aggressiveness. And I said, motherfucker, I got 30,000 subs in 2 months. Talk your shit, Theo. Theo, talk your shit.
Bang!
Bang! It's good!
I don't need you. I'm getting an average of over 100 subscribers a day, and I've been doing that shit since December.
Bang! Bang! It's good!
Did not expect to start talking about shit right now. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's just people really think they can dictate your shit to you is my whole point. Appreciate the love, y'all. Back
I'm
to
not even
it.
explaining. I'm not talking to you no more, bro. Because I don't know who you think you are, but you're not that person here. So
Facts.
you should just leave. Just
Talk
leave
to him,
peacefully.
King
innit?
Richard.
Just calm in it. You don't have to escalate it to make it a big deal. Just leave in it, please. Nicely, please.
Shall we go?
At the end of the day, like, we've been invited on here,
Right,
but I'm going to
go-
leave with
Alright, then leave in it. Cool in it.
I
Whatever.
think it's very rude.
Just get
and the
out,
fact
man.
that you
Turn
can't
Just
the
get
mics
out.
off, bro. Turn
It's
the
my-
mics off, bro. Bye. Bye.
What's going on,
Just get off,
KJ?
man. I don't have no contact with you. Just get off, bro.
Kenneth Jones, we in here.
I don't know who these girls think they are, bro. I don't know who they think they are, bro. Like, seriously. That is mad, bro. To kick both of them off. Well, I didn't kick both of them off, but the other one's is leaving because it's a girl. So we have to leave with her because it's a girl. The first thing she accused me of saying, oh, yeah, abuse is cool. And then she moved it, oh, she should speak. And like, bro, like, who do you think you are? Just get out, bro. What time, bro? Like, I have little patience for these kind of idiots, bro. Like, I don't know who they think they are, bro. Like, seriously, like, I am not trying to sleep with them. I don't care. They can go. Because do you know what it is, yeah? They're used to guys who are desperate to sleep with them, bro. That's what it is. And you lot watching know that. They're used to guys that are desperate to sleep with them and just gonna let them talk all crap and walk over them and blah, blah, blah. And I gave that girl loads of chances, bro. Really and truly, I should have kicked her out from a long time ago, bro.
Facts.
Really.
We said that, Project Leroy.
But she just could not contain herself. She felt like she must speak over me. Like she has authority here when she has zero, bruv. I don't know where she come from. I don't care what she does. She can go back to wherever she came from, bruv. I don't care. Talking about let's shake hands. Shake hands for what, bro? Like people are, bro, out of line, bro. Out of line.
That's it, man. That's the end of the video, bro. Shout out to Raging Half Asian. Raging says, do your thing, Coop. Make sure you start on time. Today wasn't my fault, man. I started 1 minute late today because the chat was acting up on me. And then YouTube went out. Wasn't my fault today, though, but I got you, though. And then starting next week, I should be back to 8 a.m. And I apologize about the switching of times. Sometimes you guys, you know, I got a son, man. I have a child. You might not know that, you might not. But yeah, I got a baby, man. So sometimes I got to take his ass to school. Let's see, I got a baby. I ain't got a baby. This motherfucker like 5'10". Let's see, shake hands. Yeah, facts, man. Oh, we got a super chat here I need to get to. Shout out to you. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to Mo. Maurice Harris, what you got, bro? When you're okay, I got you. Oh yeah, this other thing as well, guys. If you guys drop typos, don't worry about the typos. A lot of people come back and say, oh, my bad. I'll just correct them when I read them, man. Ain't no big deal. When you're on someone else's show, abide by the rules. And they have free will because it's their show. Facts, man.
Bang! It's good!
These women think, especially, I noticed that as well on, I call it the Just Pearly universe, because it's Just Pearly, King Richards, Aunt Jenny, all of them. These women think that because they get invited, Esther. We got an example with Esther. Oh, damn, do I got
Esther, then get out. Then Esther, I don't care. Esther. I'm not gonna get out. Esther. Because you were being rude.
I have a child here. Yeah, okay, see, shout out to T. T caught that one. That's why I rock with T. She catch my little bullshit that I be saying. Let's see. He kicked FL Bay. It turned. But it's crazy, man. They think, because that's why I played the Esther soundbite. They think because they're invited on podcasts, people want to hear from you. No, you stupid bitch.
You fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
They do it because it's entertainment. It's not that they necessarily want to hear your correspondence on current political events. No, you dumb thought. They want you to come on the show and make it a train wreck. And to give King Richards credit, he wasn't trying to do that. He was trying to be nice and lead him on the show. Esther. He was being nice and trying to leave them on the show, but they forced his hand. Like Project Leroy said, he should have kicked him out a few times ago, and he even said it. Like he was trying to keep them on there, but it's just the need to be right. The need to be right. Hold on, I gotta hit one more for SP. SP said it earlier. I gotta hit that one. Hold on for a second, cause my bad, y'all. Let me grab my cup, cause your boy. I've been drinking.
Can't keep your eyes off my face.
My face.
Right now. Wow.
Okay. I love JR okay at the end, man. Let's see. Raisin says, they did that to Kevin Samuels too. You asked me a question. Can I answer your question with Can I answer your question? I want to answer your question. Facts, man. Answering a question with the question, man. Shout out to y'all, man. No, you good, Raging. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate all you guys. Oh, and then before we go, I don't know if B.O. Jet is still in here. There's another content creator. Basically, I was thinking about this weekend possibly doing a long live stream reacting to, I'm sorry, guys. Please place his name in the chat. I apologize for keep calling him the Green Ranger because I don't remember his name. I think it's Frank David or Jason. I apologize for not knowing his name. But basically, there's a content creator who's done extensive coverage, of his, his passing, which people are pretty much calling it death by divorce. But I wanted to see Brandon L. Jet kind of introduce me and my man, and we were emailing back and forth. So trying to see if you guys would possibly, he did a hour-long interview with my man's wife. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm articulating extremely poorly. My man's wife, he did a sit-down interview with her. Jason David Frank. Shout out to BLJ. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, thanks, Lord Zero. Yeah, Jason David Frank. So there's a guy, his name is Henry Resilient, and he's like, that's kind of been his thing. He's been doing story after story on that. And he did an hour-long interview with his wife where he talked directly to her. I have not watched a minute of the interview, and I hadn't known the details of the case. That's another thing. I didn't really want to be live streaming something without knowing the details behind it. But me and him communicated. He told me he's going to be dropping another video, I believe, yesterday that kind of has the details. I could probably slice that up and then run the whole interview. Just let me know, man. I just wanted to know if you guys would be interested in that or not. Let me see. We get to the chat here. Fred Safford, the only one who can kick her out. Facts, man. Facts, bro. Let's see. Who else we got? What's going on in this chat down here? All right. Project Leroy, shout out to you, man. Crazy live today. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Look like we got one more for the work. Thanks to yo. Happy weekend, Do Better Squad. Oh yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you, Z-Whip. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know, man. Leave a comment. If you in the replay gang, leave me a comment. I'll be back in here checking out the comments. But y'all let me know if that's something. I love Henry Resistant. He's in the mastermind. Oh shit. Oh, Sheila, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, Sheila. I'm still new to the mastermind group. And I'm gonna drop that video Monday. Maybe tomorrow, maybe if I live stream this weekend. But you guys let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in doing that live stream. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think, because I've had my son for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm not touching that child this weekend. He can stay at home with his mom. So I'm thinking about live streaming on Sunday, doing a long stream. But that's what I was thinking about. So you guys let me know if it's something that you guys are interested in. RMOP. Have fun outside, bro. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. And I want to say I'll catch y'all Monday, but I think I'm going to stream Sunday. But let me know in the chat, in the comments, if that's something y'all want to rock with. But I'm going to go ahead and end it, man. Y'all be good. Everybody have a good day. Do better.